What is up, everyone? My name is Andrew, and you should subscribe because, like, why not? So today I'm going to be doing kind of a chill video. It's kind of late, and I just wanted to do my February wrap-up, which I've never done a wrap-up before, but I feel like it's a good way to, like, just, talk about all the books that you don't necessarily make a whole video about, and I really like that. So today we're just going to be chilling in my room in a new spot, which is kind of weird because I never film like in front of this wall of my room, but we're doing it today. So let's just get started with the books that I read in February. So the first book that I read in February, and the first book that I finished in February, is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars, and if you don't know what this book is, it is the 8th and final book in the Throne of Glass series. Throne of Glass was her debut novel, so this was the end of her first series, and I absolutely loved this book. I literally sobbed on the floor. Like, I was sobbing because it just wrapped everything up so perfectly, and the characters, I just didn't want to leave them, and I don't know, I really love this world. I really love the entire series, and this book was just perfect to me. And this is a very long book, but I was so happy to be able to spend so much time with these characters, and I love series, so I loved this book, and I really want to read it again, like the whole series. Like, I miss it so much. But this was the perfect, like, first book of a month because it was a 5-star read, and it was honestly the best thing I think that I've read so far this year. But I don't know, because Chain of Gold comes out tomorrow, so, it's probably gonna take the spot, but, like, this book was so good, and it's like my child. Like, I love this book so much. But yeah, okay, you get it. 5 stars. The next book that I read in February was Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. This book is the 3rd and final book in the Grisha trilogy, which most people know as Shadow and Bone trilogy, I guess, because they're making the new Netflix show, which is going to be called Shadow and Bone, blah, blah, blah. You already know this. But Ruin and Rising, I gave 3 out of 5 stars because it's no secret that the Grisha trilogy is not everyone's favorite. Definitely wasn't my favorite. I prefer Six of Crows over the Grisha trilogy, like, definitely. And I didn't really enjoy this read at all. I DNF'd it before, and then this time I got all the way through. And it still wasn't anything special. I think the ending didn't even seem like an ending. Like, there's no climax, and it just wasn't what I like, though I do like Leigh Bardugo's writing style, so that almost makes up for it, but still it's only a 3-star read, and I cannot give it, like, anything more than that. It just didn't, like, it's just not the best. But we love Leigh Bardugo, so we're gonna leave it at that. Next, I did a reread for the 3rd time of Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I was getting ready for the Infernal Devices. I was getting ready for Chain of Gold, as you can probably guess, but I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. And no, it's not just because of the nostalgia, as I see most people kind of, like, passing off why people give Cassie Clare's books 5 stars. I genuinely think that it is a good book. Maybe not if you are a plot person, but if you're a character person, the characters make up for the lack of plot, like, 100 times over. So I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I just think it is a phenomenal book. And Cassie's writing style is so, like, eloquent and beautiful in here, and I just love it. And the way that she sets up for the rest of the trilogy is just amazing. So, like, I don't know if I said it, but this is the first book in the Infernal Devices, and it's just a beautiful first book, and I loved it. So that's why I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So next I read To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Let me check what I gave it. I have it all on here. Okay, so I gave To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han 4 out of 5 stars. I had watched the movie before I read it, and so I kind of didn't think that would affect my reading. And I don't think it did, but I definitely see a lot of differences between the movie and the book, especially with Peter Kavinsky. I think book Peter is a total jerk. Movie Peter is, like, very nice and more of, like, a guy that would be in, like, a rom-com. But book Peter, I just could not stand book Peter. Like, from the very beginning, he just wasn't, like, a nice guy or a good character that I could get behind, and I don't know. I think this book was lacking something. I'm not really a rom-com person. It could be just me, but, I don't know. I didn't necessarily love this book, but this one wasn't that bad. So right after that, I actually picked up P.S. I Still Love You, and I read this book in one day. I read it in like 3 hours. It's not that big, it's an easy read, but let me see. I ended up giving this book 3.5 out of 5 stars, and if I had to round, I would round down to 3 stars because it wasn't as good as the first one, and I didn't like it as much. But it had John Ambrose, and I love John Ambrose, and I am team John Ambrose forever. This book gave me like all of the feels that I wanted to feel for Peter, and yeah, but it had no plot. None of these books really have a plot. I'm not really a plot person, but still I was expecting something. So lastly, we have Always and Forever, Lara Jean by Jenny Han, of course, and I gave this book 2 out of 5 stars. Like, the series just kept going downhill for me, and I really didn't enjoy this book at all. It was like, there was no point in reading it, there was nothing that even happened, and the ending wasn't even that good. And it was honestly like something I could have done without, and I wish that I had just read the first book and I didn't waste my money on it. But nonetheless, I'm glad I got it over with and finished the trilogy and wrapped it up. But I will not read it again, and I'm kind of mad that this cover doesn't match the other ones because I couldn't wait a year till the next movie comes out. But I don't know, now I'm stuck with it. So next I read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. I just love Sarah J Maas apparently now. And I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think I would definitely round up to 4 stars easily because I love Sarah J Maas. That's the only reason, pretty much. No, but the story was decent. Like, I was entertained. And if a book keeps me entertained the whole way through with the characters or with drama, then like we're good. Like, I'm good. Like, that's all I need. I'm a simple gal. Like, just give me some drama and I'm good. And that's exactly what I got from this book, was a lot of like crazy like drama and like wild like circumstances and wild scenes and crazy events that happen because Sarah J Maas's mind is just like on crack, and she just makes up the like wildest things. Like, I'm not even kidding. If you never read her books, please read it and you'll just be like, what is up with this girl? This author is just too much sometimes. But I really love this world, and I'm very excited to read A Court of Mist and Fury because so many people have told me that that book is their favorite, and I haven't even got to read it. I thought I was going to finish it this month, but I didn't. So we're going to get to it. I miss Feyre already. I'm kind of excited to get back into the world. So yeah, I like ACOTAR. Some people don't. I liked it. So finally, I started the Lunar Chronicles and I finished Cinder, which is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles. I really like Cinder. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because I just really, the more I think about it, I really adored this book, and I think it was very cute, and it was way more mature than I thought it was going to be. Marissa Meyer is kind of an author that I see as good for like middle schoolers even, and it's not going to be something like Sarah J Maas. Like, it's not that young adult that's going to have cussing and a lot of like vulgar things or like mature content. But this book gave me a little bit more than I was hoping for, and for that I really appreciated it. I think something about Marissa Meyer's writing that I have like come to the conclusion of is that her world, all of her worlds, because I've read Renegades by her and whatever, her worlds are very safe. Like, I never for a second thought that a character was in danger, or that a character was going to die, or that something bad was going to happen that wouldn't get resolved. And I think she's just a very safe writing author, and that's not a bad thing. It's refreshing to be in a world that you know everybody's going to be okay, and that even though the stakes are high, you know, you're just along for the ride, to see them come through it and resolve issues or whatever. And so I really like Cinder for that. I want to finish the series so bad. I'm still finishing Scarlet. I was hoping to get it done like 2 days ago. Honestly, I've been trying to finish it forever, but I didn't, but that's okay. But I just really love this book. I almost want to reread it already, even though I just read it, and like, I don't know. The love interest in this book is very cute, and he just likes Cinder a lot, and I love that. It's very like, it's very different than in heavy fantasies where everything is so angsty. In this it's just like they like each other and they have a crush, and it's just really cute. So if you haven't read the Lunar Chronicles, I definitely suggest it. So that is all the books that I read in February. I ended up reading 8 books this month, which is kind of a lot for me. I only read 6 books in January, so I read more than I did last month. I don't know, I'm really happy with these reads, except for Always and Forever, Lara Jean. That was like the worst read of the month, of the year so far. That's the lowest I've rated a book so far, which 2 stars. And between Kingdom of Ash and Clockwork Angel, I'm not going to say which one I like better because I can't. But I'm just really excited for Chain of Gold tomorrow. Crescent City comes out tomorrow. When you see this, it's probably already out, but I am just so excited. I want to get this video filmed so that I could just get started with doing my Chain of Gold reading vlog, which will be coming after this video, before this video. I don't know, but we'll see. So I'm just like rambling. But let me know down below if you've read any of these books and tell me what you rated them. Tell me what you thought about them. I'd really love to know, and I'd really love to chat about them, especially ACOTAR, because I just have a lot of feelings about that book. Or Kingdom of Ash. Like, if you want to talk to me about Kingdom of Ash, like, please. I am, like, begging anybody to talk to me about Rowan Whitethorn and, like, Aline. Please. Okay, I'm just gonna go now. I'm just gonna stop. Okay. But that's all I have to say for you guys today. So I hope you like this video. Hope you like this video down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!